Today we're going to talk about minimal pairs.
What are medium pairs?
No, not medium pairs, minimal pairs.
What kind of pears? The kind you eat?
We are not eating pears, we are talking about a pair of words.
The topic of today's lesson is minimal pairs. As you all have learned, a phoneme is the smallest part of a word, each individual sound. For example, cat is broken down into 3 phonemes, k, a, t. We want to make sure you all remember the IPA and that each sound has its own symbol. In the chart, you can see examples of words with each of the different phonemes. The first example, p, is the first sound in pin. What is a minimal pair? It's 2 words that only differ in one phoneme. Now remember, that doesn't mean they differ in only one letter. It means they differ in only one individual sound. Tree and free are different in the first phoneme. You can see the only difference in street and straight is the phoneme that comes after the R. All of the others are the same. Now look at thigh and thy. See that they both start with TH, but if you listen closely, the TH in thigh is not voiced, and the TH in thy is voiced. That is what makes it a different phoneme. You can also see that bug and big are minimal pairs because the second phoneme in the words are different, but all the rest of the phonemes are the same. Here are some minimal pairs that you may be familiar with since you can find them at the grocery store or around town. Now we are going to look at some words that seem like they could be minimal pairs because they look similar, but they actually are not because they differ in more than one phoneme. For example, rough and cough have all the same letters, but when you say the words, you can tell that the first 2 phonemes are different. R, f, and k, a, f. The same thing goes with the next set of words, bass and phase. The letters are almost all the same in both words. The first phonemes are different, and even though the words end in A-S-E, they are different phonemes. The ending of bass is the S sound, and the ending of phase is the Z sound. These are not minimal pairs because they differ in more than one phoneme. Now look at the last words. Made and made are not minimal pairs because if you look at them spelled phonetically, they are exactly the same. To be considered a minimal pair, the words have to differ in only one phoneme, which means just one sound. The last group of words does not differ in any sounds. Minimal pairs can be a serious problem for L2 learners because the phonetics of their native language may not have the sound used in the language of study. For example, fat and hat would cause problems for a Japanese learner because the Japanese language lacks the sound for the English F. Understanding how minimal pairs can cause problems for their students is important for teachers, because mistakes with minimal pairs can lead students to believe that they understand when in fact they do not. Okay, it's time for a quiz. Pull out a paper and write these words down, and circle the ones that are minimal pairs.
Do you understand that?
Now I get it. You thought I was dumb at the start, but it turned out I was smart.